Welcome to Paper Game, guys.
Oh.
Today we have what?
That was just a really good, like, dick sucking sound. That was I don't even think I can do it. That's good.
What did you do? Do it again? I can't. I just must not have been practicing enough. All right, audience.
All right, welcome to I Wreck Renato in Pokemon Stadium.
Wrap up.
8-bit dick suck.
Oh wait, what was the rep? That's what it was. I'm sick and tired of being repped. Everyone keeps repping me.
Oh yeah, stop representing me, man.
Stop repping me. My dad repped me when I was young. That touches a very touchy subject. Don't talk about it.
See, I don't like people representing me that don't. There's one Pokemon that is really freaking cheap, and I just realized.
Pokemon? Gyarados?
Well, that would be... Well, Electrode's pretty cheap. I mean, his Thunder... This is before Thunder, like,
I'm not even gonna pick
ever
Electrode.
missed.
I'm gonna
In
shoot.
Thunder, Electrode's the fastest.
Golem.
Yeah, I like Golem. It's weird, because nobody uses Golem. Probably because he has, like, no good moves, and
Machoom.
his stats aren't that great, but... I don't know, I've always used underdog Pokemon. Except for Gengar, just because that's my favorite.
Yeah. Oh, James. KOL.
Okay. Oh, right. I'm trying to even remember why I brought it up to you yesterday. I forgot. I know I was gonna tell you today, but like, what were we talking about? We were talking about how like the internet, like how your parents like didn't let you use the internet or something.
They didn't let me use Facebook until I turned like 18 or something.
Oh yeah,
17 or
because
something.
like they thought someone was gonna like touch you or something like that.
Well,
They were gonna diddle your cornhole or something.
They just didn't like it on principle.
Well, yeah. Then like my parents were the same way, but unlike your parents, they basically ruined the entire experience of the internet for me, just because I had little brothers. I have little brothers, so like they wanted to get on their horse about the internet before they got old enough to start using it.
Your parents had an internet horse?
Yes, John, we had an internet horse. We rode it out into the deep web sometimes.
Oh god.
But
Wiggly tongue.
yeah, that's when I knew I went too far. But basically, since when they started using the internet, we were always that we didn't even use Internet Explorer. We used AOL, which is arguably worse. Now that I look back, it's arguably worse than Internet Explorer. But like,
Yeah, AOL sucks, man.
yeah. And then we got an even shittier version of that called KOL.
It was an AOL knockoff?
It was called KOL. It was for kids. No, it was by AOL, but it was for kids. And basically, you could only go to like sites that KOL approved, which was like 3 sites. Like there was some weird like shitty game site for like kids where you learn numbers and shit, and then any other site that you wanted to go on, you had to get approved by like the admin or whatever, which was my dad.
How'd you get past it? Tor?
Well, no, I basically just started using Internet Explorer. I basically wised up and was just like, wait a minute, why don't I just use this thing? Like, I would have honestly rather used Netscape, the browsing. I remember Netscape. Netscape was terrible back in the day, but it was like AOL was better than Netscape. I think, didn't Netscape move on to Internet Explorer or something? Did it get like bought out or something like that?
I have no idea.
I can't remember.
I don't know, but I mean, like, generally anything that's for kids is bad.
Well, yeah, but like, but KOL was especially bad. Like, I remember so vividly that it considered YouTube too adult of a site.
Really?
So I couldn't go to YouTube for a while.
I mean, back then it wasn't, obviously. I mean, now I could kind of consider it just because...
no, but this was back then. Like, back when, like Nigahiga was still starting out, and, like, Smosh and stuff.
Then,
and that was, like, all that YouTube had to offer, basically.
Well, yeah, what's funny is they were also really strict about that stuff back then.
Yeah, exactly.
But now, like, I wasn't searching for it, but I forget how it showed up in my... I think somebody linked to it on a thread I was on. And I went to it. It was on YouTube, and I was like, it was a picture of these boobs, right? And then he said, "Oh, the link to it is on YouTube," and I was like, "That seems kind of fishy." And I go on, and there's just like this full-length like porn comedy that's like from Asia or something, and it had been on there for like for like a few months, and it was just
It was just
like,
there.
Jesus, yeah,
Well,
it was
now-
like full on like porn, but it was like I guess under the guise of comedy or something.
Well, I mean,
Guys.
if you link porn under educational, I think it can stay up or something. But they'll flag
Or
it.
Creative Commons.
I don't know. It's dumb.
Like that rape music video.
What?
What's the blurred lines?
Oh, that.
That one,
I was just like, rape the music. I've never heard of this, John. What the fuck are you watching?
I mean, Blurred Lines. The rape
Blurred
music
line.
video.
Well, that
And,
is basically rape the music video.
basically, yeah. And I mean,
It's
that's
just-
under like creative expression or something like that.
I know you want it, even though you said no about 5 times.
I'm not gonna
I
So
listen
you
spiked
don't
your
get
drink.
it.
I spiked your drink, bitch. Like I like everyone. I think the thing I hated the most about that was like, I hated the song initially, and like people just kept playing it, and they were just like, "Oh no, it's so catchy." And then like, I had like feminist friends who were playing it, and it's just like, do you know what you're listening to right now? Like,
Yeah.
and it's like it was one of those songs where I like people try to defend it because they were just like, no, but it sounds good. And it's just like, I don't even think it sounds good, honestly. It's just like people were just like, oh no, it's so catchy, and I'm just like, no.
No, it's not a good song.
It's
at all.
like
Literally, there's a guy going "ooh" in the background every 10 seconds. And I'm like, why though? That's your only part.
it's just only
You're
he's
just fucking there making weird noises.
you just pulled what I did.
Jesus. Oh.
Oh yeah, this was back when Hyperbeam was actually a useful move. Hyperbeam is terrible now.
Go.
Ball. Ball. Bobby.
Bobby.
Okay, Dan.
Okay then.
Tell me which Pokemon you're picking so I can pick one that'll defeat you easily.
Oh no. Oh no.
How about an electric chode?
Electrode.
An electric chode.
Oh no, I did have a
That's
team.
what Raichu is, an electric chode.
Yeah, I mean, Pikachu has. I can kind of see Pikachu being shaped like a penis. I mean,
Oh god.
That.
watch him shake that ass.
See, I can understand where furries come from because she was asking for it. I mean,
What? Jesus Christ.
she was asking.
I don't
To
know,
get
John.
fucked.
I've never thought about having sex with Flareon. Mostly because it looks like a dog. You know? 'Cause,
Some
I don't.
people.
Oh
What?
god.
I mean,
Did you just
so-
shit all over me?
Was that shit on his dick?
Was that like baby diarrhea green poo that just shot out of your little Vaporeon?
Well, you're throwing. You were about to throw shit on him, but you missed because.
I love Snorlax. He's just like.
Duh.
Okay.
I need this new dick.
I'm fucking stupid.
I just barked. Fucking.
Oh, I was burned, dude. I'm gonna need
I
some
just
aloe vera.
remembered. Oh no! That just gave me like my childhood memory of like when the Snorlax episode came on like for the first time in America, and I remember because I watched it, and like the whole episode was him like eating bread or something.
What show?
A Pokemon.
Oh, he was just eating bread.
The Snorlax episode of what
Oh.
other show, John?
Oh, I didn't
What other show could it? Yeah, the Snorlax episode of Yu-Gi-Oh, where Snorlax just dueled Yugi and.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
was an intense episode, dude.
No, Snorlax. He was just eating bread, and I remember because we went to Olive Garden the night before, and we had all these breadsticks, and I remember I ate all of them. Because I saw Snorlax eating bread. Like
So
my
it's like, let me-
first reaction was just, oh man, that's so cool, and
That's
I
so
went
fucking awesome.
downstairs and just started eating breadsticks.
I know how that is. Dude, I literally did a bread thing like that too. I did a bread thing like that. It was, you know, the Bible show.
I did a bread
Do you know,
thing like that.
dude, you know the Bible show where they're, you probably don't know it. Right? You were Christian. You might have watched it.
Yeah, I don't know. I avoided it. Like
It was
like
like
I told you, like when
it
I
was
was
set-
5, I was basically just like, God doesn't
was like
exist.
these-
What are my parents doing?
Dude, it was about bakers in Israel, and they were like, they were fighting against like the Romans or something like that.
Bakers.
It was
fighting
an
against
interesting-
It was a cartoon.
Yeah, it was a cartoon.
It sounds really familiar. Was
They-
it like weird, kind of low budgety? Like they moved from like their movements were kind of awkward.
It was sort of. It looked like you know,
looked
these
like
Zelda
CDI.
animations. Not like CDI, but like the
TV
original,
show?
the TV show. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, the excuse me, princess.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. That kind of I think it's like the same series that Mormon Jesus comes from. That whole
Mormon
YouTube thing.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, on that show, every episode they would bake bread. And like the bread looked so good that every time I watched the show, I'd go get like a loaf of bread and just sit there and eat bread and watch it. And I was like, I feel like I'm in the show.
This is fucking awesome.
Well, yeah, I think that's what the thing was. Like, it was just like, like I was a weird kid. Like I wanted to be in a cartoon. Like, I remember very vividly, I spent a full day outside in a tree looking at a manhole because I thought that the Ninja Turtles were gonna come out. I thought like if they didn't think anyone was watching, they were just gonna come up from like out of the sewer, like out of all the sewers in America, and not even in the city that they're stationed in. I thought they would come out of I thought they would come out of the sewer in my neighborhood because no one's there.
How old were you?
Like, I don't remember. I must have been like 7 or something. I was old enough to get up the tree and like old enough to be outside by myself.
Wow.
And like I remember because like I did it again when my friend moved. Like there was a time where I was like the only kid in my neighborhood, which was like really shitty just because like I would just go out and just do weird things. But like when a kid finally moved in, I remember because I had him sit up there with me because I fully believed myself that they were gonna come out, so it was no problem convincing him that I know they're gonna come out. And so like we sat up there for like half a day, and he's just like, yeah, I don't think they're coming, dude. Just kind of went inside, and I stayed up there until it got dark. Like I must, like accumulated time, I must have spent at least 24 hours in that tree, waiting for them to come out. Because like I was fully convinced, they're gonna come out, and like I don't know, I had very like I'm the same kid who determined that God couldn't exist, but that maybe
Ninja Turtles would come out of that manhole.
Well, no, but like here the contrast was so like, because when I was a kid I daydreamed a lot, and like I had this like epiphany when I was a kid that, oh man, what if like I think I was doing something with my grandma's computer, because like I would always mess around with settings and basically make the computer look cool any way I could, and like I would go on the internet or like install games and stuff like Sonic 3D Blast or something, but like
3D Blast.
But basically I was doing this one day and I had the epiphany like, what if like technology gets so like advanced that we can like create our own universe? And then like I started thinking, what if we're a created universe by like other people? And then like the contrast of that to Ninja Turtles might come out of the goddamn sewer.
Well, you never know. Your simulated reality could be one where Ninja Turtles come out of your sewer. What I find weird about that story, though, like I've never seen a tree next to a manhole.
Well, no. It was a distance away. Like it was like the sewer was like it was like a cul-de-sac, and so like the sewer was like in the center, and like the tree was off to the side in front of one of the houses, and it was like this huge evergreen tree, so it was like there all year round.
Yeah.
And I basically. Like, it was, it was probably like twice the height of the houses. And basically what I did was I made this little like hole in the bottom of the tree. And basically the inside was just like steps, basically. Like, it wasn't that hard to get up.
Oh yeah, evergreens are really good trees to climb.
Yeah, and so I basically just made like a little net. Like, we climbed up it so much that it basically, we could just go up like a spiral staircase. Like, at some point we could just walk.
Yeah.
Like, we didn't even need to climb anymore. And, like, we were up there so much that, like, I guess the branches kind of contorted to where we would sit. So we basically just had, like, a platform just to sit on. And it was just... And, like, the tree just started growing in, like, branches, like, there. So, like, the tree was basically perfect. Like, I sometimes I wonder, like, if I went back, like, if it would still be there.
You go back and it's, like, the size of a Christmas tree. And you're like... Man, the size. When I was a kid, this thing looked huge.
Oh no! I drove back recently just to visit the friend because he still lives there, and the tree is still huge. Like, and it doesn't seem like it's ever going to die, honestly. Like, but Yeah, I don't know.
It's a never gonna die green.
It's a never. Yeah,
it's a never green tree.
It's a never green tree.
Always brown tree.
It's just a twig. It's just a twig.
Oh boy, I'm gonna use.
See, I don't know why you keep pulling out fire Pokemon when I had a Cloyster, which is water type.
I
didn't realize. I didn't realize.
He's just like, oh man, no, it'll work this time.
Just like in the back of my head, I'm just like, not a weed.
I wasn't a Yu-Gi-Oh kid. I liked
that Cloyster's spitting on you.
It's like
you flick the spike and now it's just spitting on you. Just water gunning your face.
Yogurt.
God, I was such a weird. Like I was I was. They were just like, oh yeah, you're gonna grow up to be president. You're like a prodigy because I was like smart for my age or something. But at the same time, I would say such stupid things. And it was just like I'm trying to think of something else dumb that I read.
Malcolm. And Malcolm the Middle.
I don't know. Like I remember I got offered to skip a grade and like that sounds like something so smart, but I was just like, no, I think I just want to chill with my friends. That was my honest to God response.
Yeah, and then like you got exceedingly dumb and
there's only one thing left to do here, and that's fucking blow myself up.
So they offered. So I didn't know they offered.
Well, it wasn't really. It wasn't really offered. It was more like, James, if you take this test, you can. You might be eligible to like skip a grade, and like my teacher just kind of sat me down and was just like, "Is that something you'd be interested in?" And I was just like, "No, not really. I'd prefer to just stay with my friends."
Yeah,
that was pretty much the response, and like, I don't think she ever told my parents because my parents probably would have like forced me to take the test.
Yeah,
and like realistically, if I went back, maybe I would have done it just because like. I wonder, like, it probably would have been better for me to, like, go through school as fast as I could. I mean, what I didn't know at the time was that I was moving in 3rd grade anyway, so I wasn't going to be with them. Mm-hmm. So I kind of wish that, oh, man, I should have just skipped the grade or whatever. But, God, I'm trying to think of something else just really stupid that I honest to God believed. Like, there was the Ninja Turtle thing, but there was, like, a whole list of, like, just other things. Oh! I genuinely thought that, like, the ancestors of a lot of people's families were just ninjas. Like, I straight up thought that I was partially Chinese or something.
Really?
Like, I thought ninjas were, like, ancient beings or something. And, like, I went around forever telling people that I was partially Chinese, not knowing what the hell I was talking about. Like, so, like...
Wow.
You missed. Why would you do it while he was in the hall? Yeah, the explosion misses.
I couldn't go back. The L button wasn't working. So the only logical choice was blow yourself up, kid.
Well, I hope you got a flying Pokemon or something.
He's got a Blastoise.
Actually, Blastoise might be able to wreck through the rest of his team.
Possibly, actually.
I only picked Pokemon that I knew, that I seen in the cartoon.
It's a good. What are you picking there, man? What you picking?
Oh, you'll find out
with the draw.
Yeah, he's increasing his defense.
Oh, I like how Machamp, yeah. One of Machamp's moves is submission.
Oh,
yeah.
And he's just like, ooh, hey, senpai.
Oh, senpai, no!
Fuck my asshole, please.
Please. Senpai.
Just to take me from behind enough.
I don't know why, but my automatic response, like, while I was thinking that, was to put Miyamoto's face onto Machamp.
Yeah.
So I just imagine Miyamoto just, oh, you naughty boy. Fuck me.
Oh, wow. You just fucked me right there.
Fuck me.
What did I do? Oh. I think I only have one Pokemon anyway.
Yeah, Machamp. Submission.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh, I remember Machamp was... Like, I thought Machamp was so cool as a kid. I thought every Pokemon was cool as a kid. Like, I didn't understand those kids who were just like, oh yeah, that Pokemon's dumb. Like, I started out with... I think my first time playing through, I started out with Bulbasaur. Then I moved on to Squirtle.
That was my favorite. That was my favorite one. Was Bulbasaur.
Yeah.
You fucked me, John. You fucked me.
Yeah.
Show your strength. Punch him with
Whoa. See, I never understood that. It's strength, alright, and it's fighting type. And you throw a huge boulder.
Well, no, it became a normal type move. later on. But
it was ground?
It was originally fighting, I think. I don't know. They changed a lot of things. Like,
Ooh, that was actually a pretty good fight, Renato.
I didn't even know what the fuck I was doing, and I almost kicked your ass, John.
Almost.
I honestly, I never like. I didn't like the Pokemon games when I was little. Now I would like them, but I always liked Yu-Gi-Oh a lot more than Pokemon because it was more like adult, and I don't know. I liked it more than. I like Bulbasaur.
Oh, you thought Pokemon was more adult or Yu-Gi-Oh was more
Yu-Gi-Oh.
Oh,
Wait,
okay.
did you see that dubbed version where he's playing the game and he's like the adult, like it's in two adults fighting, and they're like it's the one where the guy has the kid play for him, and he
yeah, Pegasus.
Yeah, and then the dubbed version, he's like, man, I can't believe I lost to a kid at a kid's card game. Damn it.
Oh no, it's funny because like. I went back and watched the old series like me and my friends did. The same friends that we played like Mario Party and whatever with, and like Tyler and Ezra. We went back and we watched a few episodes and we realized, wait a minute, he actually should have lost because like in the series, Bandit Keith accuses him of cheating because like there's no way the kid beat him or whatever, and he's just like, oh man. But actually, he should have lost life points when he destroyed his monster, and it just didn't do anything. And it was just like, wait a minute. So Pegasus actually should have lost that match.
Wait a minute.
Really?
Yeah, there's a lot of episodes I went back on, and it was just like, wait a minute, that's not the rules. That's not even what that card does.
A little sleight of hand there. Little sleight of hand.
I just love that they went against their own rules for the own game they were trying to promote so much.
Yeah, I don't know. I never got into Yu-Gi-Oh! As far as playing it because there was no one I could play with. And
Poor John.
the one time I did try to play was with an older kid who knew way more than me, and
he just like destroyed you. And
the thing is, I didn't know you had to sacrifice creatures, so like my deck was filled with these like huge creatures, right? And like he's like, yeah, you can't put that out. You need to sacrifice them. Like I have no love.
Wait, when was this? Like,
this was way back when I was like 10. It was
back when the card game like first like became big or whatever.
I guess so. It was when I first moved to Virginia. I was maybe like 11.
Oh, okay. Well, I can't remember because like I don't know. I think at one point you didn't have to sacrifice monsters. I think that was a rule they added later. Either that or
it was a rule that they added later because before I had a really good deck actually, and like. Then I started playing with one kid these one summer, and they were like, you have to sacrifice monsters. And I was like, what kind of rules are you playing by?
Well, that was me, because like, I collected a bunch of cards when I was a kid, because it was like huge in my area, and then like, I had all the starter decks, so I had a Red Eyes, a Blue Eyes, a Dark Magician, and Relinquish isn't a high-level monster, but point is, I just put them all out, and I remember that, and then like, one day, like, I was just like, oh, I want to play this again, and I went to play with someone, and he's just like, oh, you can't do that without sacrificing. And I remember I just picked up my cards and I left.
You were just like, no.
I was just
Fuck this game.
I'm not playing with this faggot.
He doesn't know how to play, clearly.
He clearly doesn't even know how to play the game. Silly loser, I always win.
Oh, fuck. I was like, what is this?
What is this? That's my arm.
And with that graceful hand touch between John and Renato, next time on 87654
3, 2, 1.
Whatever number we're on.
Whatever number we're on.